Yeah, I don't know, Jason. We're here.
Wasn't unexpected. Nothing this weekend was unexpected. Let's just start there.
That's true. That's very, very true. Hello, and welcome to another riveting, depressing, sad, hopeless, shit show of a season episode of the Red, White, and Blue podcast. I'm Daniel, the guy beneath me. On the bottom tonight. Normally we're flipped. Normally he's on top and I'm on the bottom. And tonight we're flipped. Role reversal. That's Jason down there. How you doing, man?
Good. I like it when you're on top. Yeah, I'm very good, Daniel. How are you? I just rushed here from work. I'm ready to talk shit about some teams. Honestly, I'd rather talk about Arsenal.
Hey, we'll save them. We'll save the Arsenal talk for the end. We'll shit talk at the end.
Not the end. Majority of the back half of the podcast.
Yeah,
how about
the majority of the back half of the podcast.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
Yeah. Because more pressing concerns, Jason. Well, I don't know if they're pressing concerns because everybody's sort of seen it coming. Well, this podcast has at least. But I think it is official now. I'm ready to say, you've been saying it for a couple weeks now. I am a little late. I held out hope for a little while longer, but I'm officially saying our top 5 chances are dead. We're not finishing. Yeah. Even though we have said today that we can finish 5th. You know, I'm like, I think even if we won our last 5 matches, which I don't think is going to happen, we would still finish 5th. I just don't think that would even happen. We're too far down. He's dug the hole too far.
In what world? We have to get 3 results from the next 5 games while the other teams drop 3 results. Like that,
right?
That's not happening. That is done.
Right.
Like we are 7 points back. It's not even in question to me that like any other points that they get just makes it doesn't matter. They match. I'm looking. Okay, hold on. I'm mad at this. That what he's saying. He's an idiot. The time to think about this was way earlier, before March, like we were, and that's why we hired the Etsy witch to do what she did.
Yeah.
Which we'll also revisit. But yeah.
And you know what would help, Jason, is if you could actually score freaking goals. That tends to help your chances of winning.
A
lot. Instead of going 3 matches in a row in the Premier League, or what are we up to, 4 now? In the Premier League? How many matches are we in a row without a goal in the Premier League?
4.
Just 4?
Yeah.
4 matches.
No. Yeah. 4.
Yeah, it's 4. Whoa. It's 4 matches in a row in the Premier League without a goal.
Okay, here's the deal, right? Like it's basically us and Poole. Okay. But here's where it does get interesting, because Aston Villa and Poole still play after they play us.
Yeah.
Like we're chasing Poole. I don't think we're chasing Villa. We would need, I'll take it back. I'm not saying it's impossible. We would still need 3 results to go our way. We can control one of those, and we would need Villa to do the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then we would say Poole lost to Villa and lost to us. So that means we're still at 49.
Yeah.
And assuming we win, we have to assume that. So, we would be, oh my God, I can't do math. We would still be at 54. They would still be a point ahead. So we have to get one more result. I think that, our goal differential has severely gone down.
Yeah, it's 11-11 now.
We're tied on goal differential, and then what is it? The goals for? Oh man, we're actually, like, in terms of goals scored and let in, not far off from Poole. We're like 1.
It's 1 off. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, in terms of, like, you'd have to have those 2 things go your way, and they also play Man U, and then we would still have to win. Because goal differential, I don't think is a guarantee in this situation.
No. Not with the way we're conceding.
We have to have 3 wins.
We've
No,
kept
like,
one clean sheet in the Premier League, I think, since January.
yeah. We'd have to have 3 wins, no questions. Those wins would come from Nottingham Forest, Poole, Tottenham, Sunderland, and I feel like there's one more.
There is.
Brighton tomorrow.
Yeah.
Since we play in the FA Cup this Sunday. That's insanity.
Yeah.
And it starts tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
I think if we even went out, we don't make top 5. I just don't. I don't think Liverpool or Villa will drop enough points to.
Villa definitely will not.
Yeah.
You'd have to have the world go the simulators upstairs would have to like really deem this so at the end here.
The soccer gods, if you will.
The soccer gods. You're talking Man U, us, and Villa have to beat Poole. Say Poole wins Crystal Palace and Brentford, and we have to win out.
Yeah.
That's what it would take.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not happening.
So essentially, we have to win. We pretty much need 5 in a row. And the only other scenario where we go is if Liverpool catches Villa, they fall to 5th,
yes,
they win Europa League,
yeah,
and then if we finish 6th, we would then go to Champions League because of the whatever.
So, yes, and I sent you the following in reply, if I find it. I said we've been talking a lot about. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. I basically said I can't find it. I don't know where it is. But man, I said too bad this requires any effort on our part. Otherwise, we might have a chance.
Yeah.
And I still believe that. I don't think any level of our team is capable of doing their jobs. The board, the scouts, the sporting directors, the coach, the assistant coaches, the trainers, the players. I think the only people doing their job are the fans.
I mean, that's a fair statement because it sure as hell ain't the players. Because we can't score. I mean, it's brutal right now. Where are we at? Here, let me read some stats. We've gone 400 minutes without a goal now, and 4 consecutive league losses without scoring. First time since February, March of 1998. No Premier League clean sheet since January 17th. We haven't scored since March 4th in the Premier League. So we've lost 6 of our last 7. 3 home defeats in a row. First time since 1993.
A lot of firsts in this club this year.
Yeah, a lot of firsts we're seeing this setting here that, Blueco, they've come in and really, really lowered the bar here at Chelsea pretty quickly. Yeah. It's pretty, I mean, like there was, like when United went up 1-0, and let's just blame Wesley Fofana for being a pussy for coming off the pitch because he got hit in the rib cage. But he was fine the rest of the match to play. But he had to come off at that one moment right before halftime to drop down to 10 men, and then we forget how to defend.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. And they score, and that's all they needed because we can't score. We're incapable of scoring right now. It's maddening. It's frustrating. I take back everything I said about Rosenior early whenever he first took over, that he had, he seemed to want to go forward more. Nope, it's turned into possibly a more boring form of Maresca ball at this point in time. They no progression, nothing. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. There is nothing to do. They're just, they suck. They just suck. Terrible recruiting. Like when you have Garnacho come on and play as many minutes as he did, and we were told he was going to be fantastic. One of the worst performances ever. I mean, Esteval was on the pitch for like 15 minutes and did more than Garnacho did for the rest of the match. And it's just like, and then like, there's no subs. Why don't you bring on Gooey? Like, at least he does. Like, at least there's a chance that Gooey will press and force the keeper to make a mistake because he just runs around a lot. And I trust him to score more than I do Delop. Delop has one freaking goal this season. Like, why? Like, this point, put Gooey on. I don't care. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, Rosinha just refuses to do anything different. Continually tries Neto out there, and now it's like we don't have a bench.
Yeah,
because Garnacho shit. Esteval is now hurt. Gittins, I don't even know if he's alive anymore. And then Neto are your wingers. Like, at one point, we had Neto, Delop, and Garnacho out there on the freaking pitch at one point in time. Worst attack ever. Worst attack ever. Like, why are these three the three that are leading the Chelsea? At this point, I'd rather put Tosin at freaking striker than Delop. At least when we're crossing the ball in, Tosin can head it in. And I don't like Tosin. It's just like this team was built terribly. It's terribly constructed. There's no manager that can come in here and get a good result with them. And then on top of that, you add a shitty manager to the situation, to a shitty built team. And what do you expect? Shit results. That's what you get. Sorry. It is what it is at this point in time.
There's nothing wrong with what you said at all. I was trying to prove the point and find this post that somebody put of Garnacho that talked about his first half. But I can't find it. I don't know. It was basically like he lost like every duel. He had like no touches. He had no shots on goal. Like, yeah, and you said it best. Like, at one point, our front line was Garnacho, Neto, and Delap because Esteval went out. It's crazy. Like, it doesn't make it. It's sad that is our. Well, was João Pedro hurt? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, he picked up a knock. He's supposed to be back tomorrow. I
am so effing sick of knocks.
Well, we did say on this podcast a couple weeks ago that our end of the season was 100% contingent on how many goals João Pedro scored.
I mean, it's not wrong. I mean, I think we just saw what happens when he's not in the lineup.
Yep.
That is another thing that's been baffling about. I cannot find. It's such a goofy picture of Garnacho too. Like, he's an idiot. I'm glad he's having a great time here. There was a post the other day that was like, I go and I train and I go home and I hang out with my kid. Cool. That's awesome. Glad you're having a great time. Like, you're not showing up for work. You're not showing up for work. You're not showing up on the big day.
There is a report that's come out this week that they're going to sell Garnacho this summer because they realize he sucks. And I'm like, you could have listened to 3/4 of the fan base last year who told y'all this, that he's a shit player. Like that. Do you think he's like, I don't get it. I don't know what Dumb and Dumber saw in him to make them feel like that he was a great player and what he could be. It's just like they think they know better. Than, like, they think like all you had to do was watch Garnacho at Manchester United. He was shit. What makes you think he's going to be any better at Chelsea?
But Daniel, Liam Rosinha says he's 21 years old. He is someone who has special qualities when he's in a good place and he's in good form.
Well, guess what? He's not in a good place because we're shit. And when has he ever been in good form?
Yeah.
Does he have a good form?
No. No, he doesn't. I guess in training, maybe that's his good place. That's his happy place is in training.
Yeah.
I'm happy he's having a good time. Sounds like an attentive father. He's not showing up on game day. So glad he's having a great time. I can't stand this team. I am very disappointed. There are players in the team that I really like that I think could be great at other clubs. And I don't think it's possible to be great at this club. There's just the foundations, the structure, the lack of quality management, the lack of experienced players. like we could talk about how young these players are all the time. I don't think it's young. I think it is proven. I think it's proven experienced players that we do not put into the club. Therefore, there's been no leadership in the club. There's none. We have players who like, and you would have thought, I don't know, you can say, oh, well, they won the Conference League and they won the FIFA Club World Cup. And you can say, well, they won trophies. They're serial winners. These are Mickey Mouse little trophies.
2 trophies.
Yeah, that you get just for showing up. like we put in Maresca, we all thought he was a master. Well, I'm the idiot that predicted we would win the league this year off the high of the optimism. So for my optimism to go early, I guess is saying something. But I am just tired. I'm tired of watching the game. Dude, I was so excited about the Arsenal Man City game. Unintentionally wore Man City colors today. I'm not a Man City fan, but like I have 5 shirts that I wear to work. I just happen to wear this one today. It's usually the dark blue one. Because I know we're potting. I should have wore that. Maybe subconscious. But I texted you at the beginning of that match because we watched and texted each other during it. And I was like, oh, it's nice to watch a match that actually means something. Because I don't like we were supposed to be, right? Like, and this is just the mentality of like clubs right now, right? We were supposed to be in a top 5 battle yesterday. And that means Champions League qualification. And I can't even. I had no faith. My mentality was, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah. And what's crazy is, I keep trying to put this in early. That's where Arsenal are now, right? Like the mentality of City chasing them versus Arsenal trying to hold on and knowing their bottle jobs is a way different mentality to have. When you're going forth, and like I never for once believed in our game against Man United that we were actually in a Champions League qualification match, because that's what it was. That's what it was.
We hit the post 4 times, Jason. We hit the post 4 times.
We're awesome. We're so awesome.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. So did Arsenal. It doesn't matter. Like they lost, we lost.
Post doesn't score you points or goals.
Put it in the box. Like I'm watching. Go watch any of the million. I love the posts that are just like Garnacho versus Man United, Neto versus Man United. Go watch how shit they are, man. Like just go watch how horrible they are. Go watch Delap do shit.
Does nothing. Did nothing.
These guys are bad. Neto, Delap, Garnacho, bad. And if they have one good game, Garnacho had a good game. We lost to Arsenal, but he had a great game against that one time we lost to Arsenal in whatever cup we were playing in.
Yeah,
like the EFL Cup. Like, congratulations! Thank you for putting in one good performance. Like this is what happens, right? Like this is what's happening to Arsenal right now. They have put in shit performances. They haven't taken their chances. They haven't put it in the back of the net. They've let inferior teams beat them.
Yep.
And City have just whittled it down because they can grind it out. And we can't grind anything out. Our mentality was already bad. Maresca leaves. Believe whatever story you want. Maresca leaves. Anybody who has an agenda against Maresca is going to believe he quit on the team, and anybody who has an agenda against Maresca or for Maresca is going to believe the club did him dirty, right? Like it doesn't matter. Like I don't care. Maresca left.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yes, that's the fact. I lean on the side of never really cared for Maresca, but think he massively overperformed with this team, even though his record was not very good in the first half of the season. Yeah. And I think he still overperformed. And we are talking like we're supposed to be in a top 5 battle, and we're still as close as we are because of the foundation Maresca put in the beginning of the season, even though it was shit. So it's just the quality of the season this year, and it's just going to be what it is. If Arsenal wind up winning this, they are the worst champions to ever exist, and that's fine with me. But I've accepted that we're going to be relegated next year, like Tottenham will be this year. And that's going to be sad. And that is where this club's going. It's not going anywhere positive at the moment. Nothing about this is positive. I'm not going to be deluded into thinking that if you spend $1 billion on players over the summer or over any summer, over 3 summers, that you're going to do anything good with it. Look at Poole. Look at Arsenal. Like, look what they did last summer, and look at how their fans talk about Gyökeres now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is nobody that is worth getting excited about right now, outside of maybe Quinde coming in, outside of Esteval healing fast and getting back in the team, outside of old school groin healthy Palmer coming back into the club, outside of Caicedo actually like not trying to kill everyone every time he goes in for a ball, outside of James not being hurt constantly, outside of Fernandez not being benched for god awful stupid reasons, outside of João Pedro having a great summer and thinking we could count on him and then getting hurt and then having shit performance. My wife is in the other room. I should probably be careful, but like she's working right now. But anyway, outside of having like a really bad performance, or really bad performances, and then coming online here at the end of the season, and we're seriously going, well, we can't do it without João Pedro now.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no consistency, and there's no consistency in the managerial part of this. There's no consistency in the mentality part of this. There's no consistency in performance part of this. There's no consistency at any level of this club. There's no reason to believe that we will do anything other than just survive this season. And we might even drop out of any European competition at this point because of how close. Like, there's 4 teams on 48 points right now. There's only 3 points between us and 12th. Like, it's not
12th than we are 5th.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah. That is an annoying stat.
Yeah.
So like, it's sad and it's stupid and there's nothing to hope in. And like, this is the mentality of the London clubs right now. Like, you got one that is shit. Oh, you got one that is bad. And she hasn't texted me, so maybe I'm fine. You got one that is really bad. You got one that is very, very, very bad. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like Tottenham are going to get relegated, but it is a huge possibility. Like, if you have some money, and the odds are good, bet on it. And then you have one team that also has the mentality of their fans and their players and their coach are all worried and looking over their shoulder because they don't have a winning mentality because they haven't won the league in 20 years. Yeah. And it's just a low mentality. And these players don't go out there and play like they believe. And they don't go out there and play like they haven't just hung out for a couple hours at training and then went back and spent the rest of the day with their families. Like, they don't play like they're out there to get a win. They play. I don't even know what they're doing. I have no idea
what they're doing. They have no clue what the hell they're doing.
I don't know what is being said. I don't know what would motivate them. Like, there used to be a time when playing for Chelsea was enough. There used to be a time when the pride got you through. There used to be a time when it was enough just to see your home field and lock it down. And we had a fortress. And now there's nothing to count on. There is absolutely nothing. You can walk into any game and go, oh yes, with this lineup, we can do this. And with that player, they'll do this. You don't have that anymore. That does not exist at this club right now. And that's the sad thing about it, is not being able to just put your faith in any aspect of any level of the club right now. And there's nothing that can be done about it. And because they have created, over the last 4 years, Bowley and Co. have created one of the worst environments to do your job in football, administratively or player-wise or coaching-wise. Like, at any level, right? Like, at any level, it is a systemic, epidemic mentality thing, and it's bad. And it's a disease. We are a diseased club. And I don't, like, you just got to cut it out. And we can't do that. We can't do that for all the
39 days.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, probably 6 years and 39 days.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the private equity thing. I understand people are saying out early, whatever. It's not going to happen. The football god simulators will not let it happen. Bowley and Co. is here to stay for another 6 years. It's not going to get any better. And in fact, it could get a lot worse than it is now. We should be counting our lucky stars we're even in any sort of conversation, that we have any snowball's chance in hell of getting Champions League or Europa or Conference League football, because that could all go away in 5 very short games. And we should just relish the fact that we get to talk about being in an FA Cup final right now, or being an FA Cup semifinal right now. And we should just we should just enjoy it before we lose tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time, American time. So we should just enjoy that. Like, enjoy being able to talk about, oh, we might do something in the FA Cup, but we'll never be able to believe we'll do something in the FA Cup. And that is the tragedy of it.
Yeah, it is. Do you want to take a wild guess who has, so since Liam Rosenior took over, who's had the worst form in the league?
Arsenal?
No, Tottenham.
Oh.
Tottenham.
One of the London clubs.
Yeah, and then Burnley, and then us. And we're actually tied with Burnley on points. We've won one match. He's won one freaking Premier League match.
That's
like, why is he still the manager at this point? Why are they pumping? I mean, I know why. I don't know. This is a rhetorical question. Like, because he freaking sucks Blue Coat's dick off. That's why.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm so
I couldn't say it. I'm glad you did, because that's what I wanted to say.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, the third worst form in the Premier League. And you've got 5 matches left. And you've lost your last 4. You haven't scored a goal. But I don't know.
There we are. A little bigger.
Okay. Zoomed in a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Make the point a little more fierce.
Emphasize the point. Because
that's sad, man. That is a disaster.
It is, which is why we're 3 points north of 12. Like, it's a realistic possibility that we finish outside the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
We finish low in the table. And that's what they want to be, though. They want to be a mid-table team, and so
they want to be Brighton, man.
They want to be Brighton. So they just want to sell off players, and then they want to go after the Brighton center back this summer, Van Hinkel or whatever the hell his name is. Let's chart him up. Then I don't know. It's just like, okay, cool, whatever. I mean, I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't know why I should.
There's nothing to care about.
They don't care about winning anymore. So I don't know. The highlight of the match Saturday was the protest before the match. Everybody that protested. And then you had journos talking about how it wasn't a big protest and everything like that. And there was 2,000 plus people there, and they're trying to diminish it because they're mouthpieces for Blue Co. So,
which journalists were saying that?
Nazir, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, way!
I saw somebody call him out on Twitter earlier today.
That sucks. Actually, I like him.
I like Nazir too, but I mean, like, what are you going to say when you're like? I mean, they have so many mouthpieces for the freaking club now. So
man, crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
you got Fofana.
2000's a pretty decent protest. I think.
And then you've got Fofana being a bitch, walking off the pitch afterwards, crying. I don't ever want to see him play again for Chelsea. Like, we're seeing you. Yeah, you apologize. I don't give a shit. He shit on the pitch. Just play Trev. I don't care. At this point, play Tosin. I don't care.
He gets to act like that coming off in a game where he's terrible.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get sanctioned. Like, what's it take to get
exactly.
Saying he'd like to live in Madrid.
Why didn't he get suspended?
Stupid.
I know. And then, like, you just let Josh sitting there right on the bench for his 6-minute cameo at the end of every freaking match, but you trust him but yet you can't keep a damn clean sheet, but you won't put them in the match. Like maybe try and change some things up if the defenders can't keep a
What
clean
is
sheet.
going on with Josh, man? Every manager's
I'm
done this to him.
I think they're going to sell him. I think it's coming from up above. I think they're told to play him just enough to keep his value up, and then they're going to sell him for a pure profit in the summer. And this whole BS about trusting Josh, which has been Maresca and Persina now have said, it's coming from the top. Like I'm convinced now that Josh will be sold this summer. I hate it because I love Josh. I think Josh is going to be a hell of a center back / right back in the future, and I think it'd be a mistake to let him go. But I think but they have no money. They have nothing. Because they're dumbasses and have spent $1 billion in 3 transfer windows and have nothing to show for it except for one Brazilian wonder kid and another halfway decent Brazilian midfielder and one good season from Cole Palmer and João Pedro and Caicedo. Like that's it. So I don't know. Whatever.
Sorry, I just saw West Ham really let us down today.
Yeah, they had a chance to win at the end too. Apparently they were the better team today, but they just couldn't score.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. Yeah, but they did get a draw at least, so they are up 2 points now instead of just 1.
They got a pretty rocking schedule coming in, but so does Tottenham.
But West Ham does have Nuno, so I think it would be hilarious if Tottenham, who fired Nuno, was then relegated by Nuno.
Oh my god. I know, and what's gonna suck is like we might have a chance to relegate Tottenham coming up. It would suck to lose that game. And I am sad. I don't think we'll be up for it, but we'll see.
Oh yeah. I mean, like my highlight of my Saturday was watching the Tottenham match.
Oh my god.
Them scoring and going up 2-1 and them going into the stands to celebrate. Bobby Simmons ripping his jersey off, celebrating, only to squander it away at the end.
Oh my god. I love it. I live for shit like that. Javi Simmons is such an idiot. Why? Like, enjoy eating crow, you jerk. Why in the world would you celebrate like that? That is insanity. You didn't win anything. You're celebrating the fact that you might not get relegated. Like you won the biggest competition in the world. You haven't won anything. And then you did that well in advance of the game being over.
Yeah.
You didn't win anything. And then you idiots couldn't see it out. Like that. I love it. I live for it. Oh man. I hope that happens to them every single game. Sit down, Javi Simmons. Idiot.
I went to the Tottenham subreddit as soon as that match was over to read it, of course. Apparently, that is like the 3rd or 4th time that one of their players has scored a go-ahead goal and ripped his jersey off this year, and they've only gone on to concede. Like, this is like it's happened multiple times.
Oh, I could not have any food or water and live off of that. Guaranteed. Oh, man. That would get through.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy, man. But, yeah, I don't know. Like Chelsea, it's just like we play tomorrow night, play Brighton, and then we got FA Cup Sunday, which Jason and you'll be watching together.
Yes, we will. That sounds incredible. I know. Together. We'll talk about what you want me to cook you for breakfast on Sunday.
Just so you know, I'm not a big breakfast guy, but if you cook me breakfast, I'll definitely.
Oh, dude, we're straight up. I'm cooking you shit. You better believe it.
Yeah. So maybe if somebody comments, we want to live stream in the YouTube comment section. We'll live stream on Sunday.
Dude, we should do that. That'd be amazing.
So yeah, because I think it's early enough that it doesn't interfere with the other plans for the day.
No, it'll be fine. Yeah. Do you like blueberries or strawberries?
I don't like either one. I like plain waffles. I know where you're going with this. I like plain waffles. I'm a plain waffle guy.
I can't do the rest of them. They involve like making siren noises or looking at the tag of your shirt.
Oh man. Yeah. So
can we stop talking about this stupid team and talk about something that's way more interesting?
What, the fact that Arsenal's bottling the league as we speak? Like they
They
don't
still have a
they,
chance. It's not over. It's not
they
over.
do. It's not over. And like I mean I can
Far
still
from
see
over.
will they win it? But the thing is like they have actively
Oh,
just shit
been
the
awesome.
bed. Like when you have like that big of a lead and you just squandered it all to the point
I
where
love it.
all City has to do is win their game in hand, and
Yeah.
they're right there with you. And City is, and the funny thing is like they were talking about the quadruple at the beginning of the
I
season
know.
for Arsenal. City is now in contention to win the treble.
Yeah.
So it's like
The domestic treble.
yeah, the domestic treble. So you've gone from winning possibly the Premier League domestically and the Champions League, which I do think they make it to the finals of the Champions League, which is going to be scary as hell.
That's gonna suck. Yeah,
because it's I could see them honestly winning the Champions League before I could see them winning the Premier League. Like,
yeah, we just gotta hope.
although-
Who's on the other side? Is it Bayern and Barca?
no,
Or Barca's out.
Bayern and
Barca's out.
PSG.
PSG, that's who I meant. Yeah,
I know Bayern and PSG, and then
Yeah.
Atletico and Arsenal, which
Yes.
I think Arsenal's already beaten Atletico this year.
Yeah.
So in the group stage, I think it'd be like 4-1 or something.
I hope they get to the final, and I hope they lose it. I hope they get to the final against Bayern and lose it, because that would be poetic.
And that would give us more money, because if Nicholas Jackson wins the Champions League, we get more money. Cha-ching!
Dude, can you imagine Nico comes back? We got a Champions League winner on our team.
I know.
And Arsenal's Champions League winner came and scored an open header. Because he's our Champions League winner, and that's the only time he's really scored ever.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man, when I saw their sheet, when I saw their lineup, and I saw Havertz up top and Madueke on the wing, I was like, oh, thank God. And then, of course, Havertz, that's all Donnarumma's fault.
That's all 100%.
But that's the only way Havertz. Oh, he's terrible. But that's the only way they can score. That's the only way. That's the only way that Havertz can score, is to just put a toe out on the mistake that the goalkeeper makes. That's it.
And I mean, like, the thing is like Donnarumma is essentially Sanchez. Like, they're the same person. Neither one of them can play with their feet, but they're hell of shot stoppers, because he had a couple of really big saves later on in the match.
Yeah.
So he saved another Havertz shot when he was through a goal. I mean,
and then Havertz blew that header, man.
And then blew the header at the end. And I'm still convinced that if you watch that match, and I don't know, I sent you a video of Arsenal fans complaining about the officiating in that match.
God,
I've never seen a match so more one-sided called, like, for Arsenal in that match. Like, the fact of the stuff that Gabriel got away with, literally ripping Haaland's shirt off of him, and it wasn't even a foul. Headbutting Haaland, nothing. Like, just absolutely nothing. And it's like, it goes back to that interview from a few years ago that I think it was somebody on the FA essentially saying, hey, we want a new name on the trophy every few years. And I'm like, well, this just proves it, because this is just blatantly obvious that y'all are trying to keep City from winning it again. And Arsenal just can't get out of their own way. So
I don't know how Pep went into any post-game interview not slagging off the ref. And he had every right to. I don't know how he kept his composure. I would have probably taken the fine.
Oh, he was
I would have taken a big fine. I would have said by name, Anthony Taylor's the worst ref that we could have possibly had for this game. I would have said by name.
He did say in his press conference, I'm paraphrasing, but essentially he was being sarcastic. He was like, yep, we were the first team to knock Riot down off a corner kick this year and get a foul called on us.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not.
The amount of flopping, like, talk about horrible mentality. The amount of flop, like, they would lean into players to try to flop, and they didn't even do it inside the box. And they still got up and had the audacity to call for a pin.
Yeah.
Get over yourselves. Those players are horrible. I don't know how you can root for those players with a straight face. Like, at least our players are just young and dumb. Like, their players, like, we're supposed to, like, win something, and you're playing like that against City at home to flop because you know Anthony Taylor's falling for most of your BS.
Yeah.
Pathetic. Get some class. Idiots.
There. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying they're going to be if they win the Premier League, they will be
Pathetic.
the worst team to ever win the Premier League because like they're worse
Oh.
than Leicester when Leicester had their miracle.
Yeah.
Like because at least Leicester played like they wanted to win. Arsenal just plays like they don't want to lose. Like
Yeah.
it's just
They're
crazy.
pathetic. The way they conduct themselves, like even after they scored their goal, like they scored their goal the only way Havertz can possibly score a goal. And they celebrated like I don't know, man. The celebrations, like where they mean so much just to score one goal.
Yeah.
Because you've been scared. I loved when City beat us. I'm just saying this like in an overall looking back on it, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want City to beat us. I don't want to lose. I'm gonna find the positives where I can find the positives. So disclaimer for all the people telling me I'm not a real fan. And for Rory, I've been to the stadium. Okay. I live in America. I've been to 2 games and I've taken a tour. Back off. But anyway.
Taking the tour, damn it.
That was Rory's take like 5 years ago. I'm still mad about it. But like I love that they were so scared after the City loss and just lived in fear about this game the entire week and still lost it. Like I love that it was they saw the writing on the wall, they saw the impending doom, they felt it forever and then lost. They deserve it. They deserve to lose. They deserve everything that's coming to them negatively. I hate that team. I hate Arsenal with my entire heart. I would love Arsenal to lose everything this year and Tottenham to be relegated. And that to me is one of the best years we could have ever had. Like in terms of who the best team in London is. Like you finish second. I don't care.
Again.
But it's the way, right? Like we talk about this with Chelsea too. I'll take it back to our game for a second. We talk about this with Chelsea. Like we don't lose in a manner that is respectable. We don't lose in a manner in which we conducted ourselves with poise and class and heart and pride. We do not lose in a way that we can be proud of the performance that led to the loss. And a loss is bad, and losses in particular when they're stacked on top of each other are even worse. We have a mentally weak club that cannot pull anything together right now. And we're not being led by somebody who is mentally strong. We're not being and the club is not conducted in any way that would give me faith in a mentality that we can turn anything around soon, probably in the next 6 years. But Arsenal aren't doing that either. And you are not a champion if you spent the entire week preparing like you knew it was inevitable you were going to lose, because everyone felt it. That entire stadium felt, all the fans felt it. You know the players felt it. You know Arteta has felt it, especially doing this 3 years in a row, and you might be a fourth, and you thought you were going to win everything at the beginning of the season, like you said earlier. Like there is a manner in which in which you conduct yourself that is respectable, and the way that they played, the amount of crap they got away with, the amount of crap they tried to pull on Anthony Taylor, the amount of crap he let them get away with.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were scared the entire time, especially after City beat us and they lost last week, is insane to me that anybody could respect that team. Like it is horrible. Like it is the way in which you go about it. And I'm not saying City are a great team. They're not going to be a great champion either. But like they will have proved over the course of like the last 10 years how mentally strong that team is from top to bottom. And they have a good leader and they buy good players, and they even if City can't pull off what they're trying to pull off now, like in the way they used to, when you had like the De Bruynes and the others, right? That you can't rely on as much right now. Like they still have a heart on that field that pulls it together and grinds out a win against an opponent that did everything they could with it disrespectfully to park the bus and conduct themselves and rile them and conduct themselves shittily and conduct themselves poorly, like the entire match with a bad mentality. It was incredible to watch. I loved every second of it this week. I looked forward to that game more than I looked forward to ours because I knew that it was possible. Like the possibility of City winning was like more possible than Arsenal winning. You know, and City could go out there and just beat them. And Arsenal are supposed to be one of the best teams in the world. And we knew City could go beat them, and they had all the momentum at their back. It was just so nice to watch a game with stakes because none of our games have those stakes. Not mentally, not actually, not for any sort of thing, not for anything. And if we wind up pulling some miracle against Leeds at the weekend and are in an FA Cup final, I won't believe it then either. Because I don't believe we can go beat City. I don't believe we can beat Leeds. I don't believe we can beat Brighton. I have no belief in any of that.
Yeah.
But I believed City could, and they believed in themselves, and it was fun watching Arsenal not believe in themselves all week, and they capitulate and then celebrate like they did something amazing. Havertz, I guess that's technically an open goal, like a goal from open play.
They scored it an own goal.
Oh, awesome. So, yeah, it's not even if it's scored an own goal, like that's one of the only ways they can score. I mean, one of their top scorers for a large part of the season was own goals.
Yep. And corners.
And long throws. Like they've not conducted themselves well all season. So I would love for them to lose it all. I am relishing it. I'm telling you, I could go without food or water and it would keep me alive.
They gave it to Havertz. At least Thought Mob did.
Oh, okay. I mean, that is the only way Havertz is scoring open goals, man. That's the only a goal technically from open play. He just has to, he ran down a really slow, really stupid dawdling Donnarumma.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. I just lived for that game this week way more than our game, and that is sad. And that it does sadden me, but it's the truth.
I mean, it's one of those things with Arteta. It's comedy gold to me at this point in time. Just the stuff that's coming off the training ground, like him having the TikToks playing in the background of his players like scoring goals and shit one day, and then making them hold pins between their hands and walk around and do all this stuff. And then the light bulb. Have you seen the locker room light bulb talk? He holds up a light bulb. He's like, I want y'all to be connected like a light bulb. And he plugs the light bulb in and all this shit. And then this week it was, he was like, we want to play with passion. We want to play with fire. So he's had a fire on the training ground pitch to symbolize that. I'm just clearly that's not getting through to the players. Maybe you should just practice scoring goals. That would probably be.
Is he watching Ted Lasso where they burn all those things?
Maybe. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. The Premier League, our season's done. I don't care. I'll enjoy watching the capitulation of Tottenham and Arsenal for the rest of the season. That's all I have to live for at this point as a Chelsea fan. I'll continue to root for the team. We got Brighton tomorrow night, and I guess we should probably predict the Brighton match. It's at Brighton, Jason.
Yeah.
Brighton usually whips our asses here lately, so they are one of the better. They have better form than us right now. I think everybody in the Premier League except for Tottenham has better form than us anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So
they lost 1-0 to Arsenal, beat Sunderland 1-0, beat Liverpool, beat Burnley 2-0, and then drew with Tottenham. So
yeah,
pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep.
They're ninth right now.
Great.
They are
great against Tottenham.
Yeah.
So,
they're 1 point off of us.
Yeah.
Right now.
But then again, it's Brighton. We're going to Brighton. Will Rosenior get a goal? That's the question. Will we even score this match, Jason?
I'm looking at our fixtures. Brighton, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Poole, Tottenham, Sunderland. There is a world in which we lose every single one.
I think I think the only one we have a chance at is Nottingham Forest and
Yeah,
Tottenham. Like those are the only two matches I can see us possibly getting points from.
Nottingham Forest form's been pretty decent lately too.
It has been, but I think they're still in the Conference League.
They are. Yeah, they beat Porto.
Yeah, so they're still having to do two competitions, which could help us. Yeah. So I don't know. All right. I guess let's make predictions for tomorrow afternoon, American time. Tomorrow night, British Standard Time, the BST. 8 o'clock at the Amex tomorrow night. Yeah, I got. All right.
Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be good.
3, 2, 1.
1-1. Okay.
Right.
That was my other. I almost went there. Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done trying to be positive and predict us to win.
Yeah. I ultimately went for the draw, but that was my two that I was between. Was either we draw 1-1 because Brighton can't finish it out, or they win. I don't think we win, but I'm happy to be wrong, but I don't think it happens.
I'm hoping this. I mean, like my hope now is I'm just going to pick us to lose every match, and hopefully it's like reverse psychology and it works, and we start winning again. Because I've been overtly positive here lately, trying to pick us to win, and I'm just done. I'm just going to pick us to lose, and hopefully that.
This would be one of the games to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's going to suck if we lose to Tottenham. I'm just looking ahead.
Yeah.
You and I have been looking ahead all season. That's why we said March was going to be bad and it wasn't going to get much better, and hasn't. So we'll see what happens. But I think the bigger game is Sunday. But
yeah, I would agree with that. The bigger game is Sunday. I agree with that. Are we going to record later this week?
Yeah. I can do a short one, probably like Thursday-ish.
That'll work. We'll do a short one. We'll give y'all our predictions for Leeds on the weekend. And y'all get in the comment section and tell us if y'all want us to live stream on Sunday, because we will live stream. And maybe if you don't comment, we'll still live stream, because why not? We'll be together.
Yeah. Why not?
So,
maybe our first live stream on Twitch.
Sure, whatever, man.
We'll talk about
it. Hey, we do what we do. At this point. So, anything else, Jason, you want to add?
No. I'm not watching our games that closely now. I'm watching other things happen in the league that I think would make me feel better about the season. So that's all I have to add. But
fair enough.
It's evident, I think, that a lot of Chelsea fans are doing.
Yeah, I think a lot of Chelsea fans are checking out. So, and I mean, Arsenal does. I mean, like, look, Arsenal has Wolves on the weekend.
Yeah.
So if this is like their chance to win, like if they don't beat Wolves, relegation is in their future, because Wolves got officially relegated today. I guess we should have said that with West Ham's draw. Wolves are the first team officially relegated. So
that's unfortunate that they
after 6 seasons in the Premier League. So and Coventry, Super Frank is back into the Premier League next year. That'll be fun.
Wait, Arsenal doesn't have Wolves? Or Tottenham?
No, Wolves. Tottenham has Wolves.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if Tottenham doesn't win this weekend, like, that's like relegation it's there.
Yeah.
Because you just lost to the worst team in the Premier League by a long shot.
Arsenal have Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle's in terrible form, but Newcastle plays the style of football that can beat Arsenal, because they'll just let Arsenal sit there and pass the ball backwards the whole day, and they'll just counterattack them and try and chip in a couple goals.
Yeah. Man City, who are on an incredible form since going out of Champions League, they play Burnley.
Should be an easy win.
Yeah. Hopefully Burnley are in a relegation fight, but hopefully, they don't have much more.
They don't have much hope. Burnley's pretty much it's pretty much between West Ham and Tottenham right now.
Yeah.
Who's the other teams, which is crazy to think at least one sort of bigger team is going down this season.
Yeah.
Like West Ham or Tottenham. Like
West Ham's fixtures are worse to me than Tottenham's.
Yes, they are 100%. In Leeds winning, they're sort of on a good run of form right now, so they've sort of actually started to separate themselves from them too.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's going to be West Ham ultimately, but I love that Tottenham are in the relegation zone for real, and it's
I
definitely a
wish those
possibility.
two teams played
Oh, I
in
know.
these
I was
last
just looking for that. Yeah.
because that would have been epic. But whatever.
And that'd been so good. But
Yep.
But yeah, Man City still, the top is going to be the most interesting part, and not because of us.
Well, Jason, tell these people where they can find us.
Yeah, we're on X, Instagram, Substack, doing a little bit more on Substack lately. Also, Daniel, I need your Substack stuff.
I didn't do it. Sorry.
That's okay. I just am trying to get it to where we're both authors on the official Substack, but the official Substack we can still post stuff from. But anyway, if you want to see some of that play out in real time, check us out. We're at Red White Blues FC on all the things. And then also the publication on Substack is redwhitebluesfc.substack.com because the publication author thing is weird on Substack. So find us in all the ways. We have users, we have publications, we have words that we put out into the world. Oh, and shout out to our Etsy Witch. I reposted some stuff on Substack because I'm getting into Substack notes and reposted our spell that we did that the Etsy Witch put on Arsenal's, not just the game for us, which failed, but the entire season spell seems to be where she put all of her energy. Yeah. So that is the one that's working wonders right now. So go check out the spell, see the ritual, check us out on all the things.
And we're also on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever you listen to your podcast at these days. And we're also on YouTube. So like, subscribe, follow, get in the comments. Tell us you want us to live stream. Tell us how much Arsenal and Tottenham suck. Or tell us something positive about Chelsea if there is anything positive that you know about, because we don't know about anything.
Good luck.
The only positive thing is out 10 to 14 days, and that's Esteval.
Only 10 to 14 though? That's
what they're saying. That was one report that came out today where Senior said in his press conference, though, that he's going to go for some more scans. So
sad.
Well, until later this week, we'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
Hey, stay motivated out there for Arsenal to be capitulating and bottling. That's it. Oh, flippity floppity.